Hello and welcome. This is TVC News at 10. 1 week, that's the amount of time the Kaduna State Government and the Nigeria Labour Congress have to sort out their differences over the sack of more than 7,000 civil servants in Kaduna State. At a reconciliatory meeting held in Abuja today, the Labour and Employment Minister Chris Ngige warned that all thorny issues between the contending parties must now be resolved in line with the Trade Union Act. Failure to do this will lead to the federal government invoking the provisions of the Trade Union Act and dragging both parties to the Industrial Arbitration Panel or the National Industrial Court. Correspondent Joke Adisa has more on the outcome of the meeting.
For 3 days, Organized Labour held Kaduna State by its jugular, crippling economic activities. Despite piling pressure, the state government refused to budge as it declared the NLC president wanted for alleged economic sabotage. Both parties refused to shift grounds as businesses and the people suffered.
Please sit down, sit down.
The federal government, through the Ministry of Labour and Employment, says it is intervening in the interest of a harmonious industrial relation. The minister sets the ball rolling with an opening remark. He insists dialogue must take place between the two parties at loggerheads.
The Labour Center said there was no dialogue. They wrote letters that were not answered, not replied to. So we want to agree that we are now replying everything on this table.
The Kaduna State government speaks about the reasons behind the workers' sack, just as Labour insists the exercise was illegal.
In the month of March, 3,600 million were expended in the payment of salaries and allowances and pension for staff of the local governments, leaving them, that's the 23 local governments, with a paltry sum of 10.8 million.
The crux of the issue is straightforward. Redundancy had been declared, and there are clear provisions on how to address the issue of redundancy in our laws. In fact, even the payment, Section C said, employers shall use his best endeavors to negotiate redundancy payment.
The meeting then went into closed doors. The conciliation meeting will last 1 week, within which both parties are expected to reach an amicable settlement. The minister promises to invoke provisions of the Trade Union Act and drag both parties to the Industrial Arbitration Panel or the National Industrial Court should stalemate persists. The conciliation meeting will last 1 week, within which both parties are expected to reach an amicable settlement. The minister promises to invoke provisions of the Trade Union Act and drag both parties to the Industrial Arbitration Panel or the National Industrial Court should stalemate persists. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.